Ladies and gentlemen, the person that you guys see on my screen has done something that is unspeakable. A St. Louis, Missouri woman is facing murder charges for allegedly smothering her newborn twins, only to then pass their deaths as stillborn babies. How about that? You thought you've heard everything, right? All year, last year, this year, you thought you've heard it all. Well, we have another story that we're presenting here just on the 14th day of the month. Her name is Maya Caston, MayaCaston, 25 years old, even though she looks like she's about 45. Easily looks like she's 45. Nonetheless, claimed to having unexpected gone into labor and that the babies were stillborn. I'm going to read that part again. Maya Caston, 25 years old, not a 16-year-old, not a 17-year-old, old enough to know better. 25 years old, claimed having unexpectedly gone into labor and that her babies were stillborn. Responding officers with the St. Louis County Police Department, upon arrival, found a baby boy and a girl dead on the scene. A subsequent investigation, however, revealed that the babies had been carried to full term and that neither was stillborn. Now, why does that sound so familiar? Why does that resonate so hard right now? Because all of last year and this year, we have done stories on mothers that have murdered their children and lied about it. They have put the blame on the children. That has been a recurring theme that we've been talking about. The investigation proved that the babies were carried to full term and that neither one was stillborn. Now, I'm going to wait and see if anybody in the chat posts what I was thinking the first time I read this story, especially knowing how many options we have in the United States of America to make sure and help these so-called innocent, helpless black queens, right? And all mothers in general. But we're going to talk about that. We're going to get to that. The mother covered their mouths and noses with a towel and a blanket, concealed them, and failed to seek medical attention. A probable cause statement reads, both babies died as a result. Of note, the mother called the police 2 days after the children died. Let's read that again. The mother called the police 2 days after the children died. Neighbors said they weren't aware of a pregnant woman living at the residence. Raises a whole nother set of questions. Now, what motivated this 25-year-old mother, this black queen, to carry infants to full term and then smother them to death? What are you guys' thoughts about that? So many options. Thank you, Fill My Shoes. Lots of options. Hashtag, where's the father? Right? 2 days. Let's talk about this because we're about to get deep, and I hope you guys do not get mad at me tonight. Put your feelings in your back pocket and sit on them. I want you guys to hear me tonight. Hit that thumbs up. Make sure and share the stream. Thank you to everybody that's already hit the thumbs up without me even having to ask. Thank you guys for doing that. The mother, Maya Caston, gave birth to infants sometime between January the 6th and January the 8th in the 2100 block of Roundtree Drive, a cul-de-sac neighborhood north of Christian Hospital in Far North County, authorities say. That's already a problem for me, and I haven't even really gotten to the meat of the story. How do they not know what day she gave birth? Let's move on. We'll get there. Let's move on. While acknowledging that the infants could have died from a medical event, which it's possible, especially if she did it on her own at home, that's a possibility, but police said Thursday that their deaths have been reclassified as suspicious in the River Times reported. Caston was arrested Saturday on 2 counts of second-degree murder, and 2 counts of abuse or neglect of a child. She was jailed on a $500,000 bond. A 10% payment of that bond will not be allowed. So no bail bondsman can come in and put down 10%. That's a good thing. Not that it even matters. The children are gone. It doesn't even matter. But it's unclear why the mother chose to allegedly end her children's lives along with the identity of the newborn's father. We're going to talk about that. Others wondered why Caston hadn't simply sought to take advantage of the new safe haven law that allows mothers to drop off their uninjured newborns at designated centers where such children often become wards of the state. How many of you guys that are listening right now knew about the safe haven law? Maybe some of you, maybe none of you. It's okay if you want to be honest and say, hey, I didn't know. I didn't know that law existed. Yes, there is a safe haven law that allows these mothers to give up custody of these kids as long as they turn them in safely, and they're not required to do anything else, not even pay child support for children that they chose to bring into this world. How about that? On Sunday, the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office charged Maya Caston with second-degree murder and abuse and neglect. Now, in Missouri, a safe haven law allows a parent to safely surrender their newborns to a medical facility, a firefighter, an emergency technician, a law enforcement officer, or a maternity home, or pregnancy recourse center up to 45 days after birth without being prosecuted for abandonment. How many options is that? Let's see, they said a medical facility, a firefighter, an emergency technician, a law enforcement officer, maternity home, a pregnancy recourse center up to 45 days after birth without being prosecuted for abandonment. A whole 45 days. Thank you, Beverly. I appreciate that. Says you love the channel. I appreciate you guys really understanding what I'm trying to convey. I really do. I really do. I thank you for that. Here's the definition of second-degree murder and what she could be facing, just so you guys know. According to the Mississippi, according to the Missouri Code, subsection 565.021, one could be charged with murder in the second degree if they knowingly caused the death of another person or with the purpose of causing physical injury to another person, causes the death of another person. In some cases, one could be also charged with murder in the second degree if they have inadvertently caused the death of another person while committing or attempting to commit a felony or fleeing from the perpetration of a felony. Although it may not have been premeditated or intentional, the law still regards this criminal act as murder. For this reason, you should ensure that you adequately protect it by enlisting the help of an aggressive criminal defense lawyer. Sorry about that. I read that all wrong. Now, what are the penalties for second-degree murder? Murder in the second degree is considered to be a Class A felony, which is punishable by 10 to 30 years in prison or imprisonment for life without the eligibility for probation or parole. My question to you guys is, how much time do y'all think she should get in prison? Should she get the whole 30 years? Should she be in prison for life? Should she have parole? Should she not? I'm going to leave that to you guys to post that in the comment section. That's why we have the chat down there so you guys can see what everybody's saying. Now, I want you guys to notice something. There's a few things that I want you guys to notice. Notice there were not any pictures from a baby shower. There were no pictures of a boyfriend. There were no pictures of her family. Okay? Because usually even if a single mother is having kids by herself, they normally will at least have something as simple, at least her friends would normally have a baby shower. How many times have you seen women posting pictures on social media where somebody has thrown them a baby shower, at least to get her some diapers and Pampers and wipes and things like that for the first couple of months? That's pretty normal. These twins already weren't being celebrated. If they were, then more people would have been anticipating these babies' arrival, making it much more difficult for the mob to kill them and not for them to be found 2 damn days later. Hopefully everybody catches that. My next point. I also blame the mother's family members, her side of the family. I blame her side of the family. Now, why do I do that? And especially her crappy female friends for not being on alert. Somebody should have been aware of her status as a pregnant woman. They should have known when her due date was, and somebody should have been checking on her. How does she have 0 people that have been checking on her? That's beyond me. There were so many missed opportunities to save these twins, okay? My next point, excuse my language for the people that are listening. Y'all know I tend to keep it pretty non-PC here. Where in the fuck is the father? Why is the father always a no-call, no-show? How is this possible every single time? It's weird to me that if women understand, and they're smart as we say that they are, if they're the most educated group in the country, I'll give you that. So let me implore you to be educated right now and understand that the percentage of men and black men that are good men are very little. So if we know that these niggas ain't shit, why do you keep getting pregnant by ain't shit niggas? Am I wrong for asking those kind of questions? Are you gonna flaggy my channel? You gonna get in your feels? I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see. No father around. Wow. Why wasn't the father heard from for 2 whole days? Even if him and the mother weren't together, she could have been on social media speaking out and making the authorities aware that the child was in danger, if nothing else. But here's my main point. It seems like as the black community as a whole, because we're not talking about all, this woman does not represent all black women. I know we have some good black women out there. I don't know if the black women that are good women want to speak out and say, rock on, Jay. Yes, there are some good ones out there. I'll let y'all guys do that. But it seems like as a whole, in general, as blacks, we are regressing. Do you guys know what regressing is? You know what progressive means, right? Moving forward. Regressive meaning we're moving backwards. We're not making progress. We are actually losing progress. Our behaviors are becoming more and more despicable and animalistic. Even animals don't treat their babies this badly. Right? It's becoming increasingly painful to live in this world and watch the crap that we are doing to ourselves. They say it's the white man that I should fear, but who's really doing all the killing to us here? It's always somebody that shares our skin hue. 99 times out of 100. Maybe even higher than that. We, all of us, we refuse to be accountable for anything. Especially when we pass the buck off and say, well, white people do it too. It's wrong is wrong. We should, if we know it's wrong, then we shouldn't be doing wrong. Hopefully everybody understands that. Because at this point, it's only getting worse. We're only 14 days into the new year. I can't even do all of the stories that people have emailed me, okay? Let's talk about this mother, because you know they're going to have some people out there who try to say that she was a victim, right? So let's talk about this victimhood mentality. What choices did this woman have? I'm gonna give you guys a second. Let's take a pause for the cause. I want you guys to type in some choices that you guys believe that this mother had as options, okay? And while you guys are doing that, do me a favor and click that thumbs up. We're a little bit short on the thumbs up, but thank you to everybody that's already clicked that thumbs up, okay? Teddy, all of you guys, man, shout out to y'all, man. Thank y'all for being here. All of you guys. I see y'all in the chat. I see y'all typing. What are some options that y'all believe that she had? I'm going to throw out just a couple, and I want y'all to tell me if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Why people are asking what happened when Jay put it in the title. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good question. It's okay, though. It's okay. Choice number 1. She had a choice to abstain from sex. So did the man. But again, if we're going to say that black women are the backbone of the black community, then we're going to put the crown and them in their proper position and hold them accountable for the things that happen thereafter. She had a choice to abstain from sex. She had a choice to use birth control, which is free in most places that are low income, if that's an issue. But I'm not going to assume that she was broke. I'm not going to call her broke. Number 3, you also have the Plan B pill that you can pay for at any Walmart, CVS, or any health store for the most part, and they're really not that expensive to prevent pregnancy. Number 4, she had 90 choices to have the first trimester abortion. She had a choice to have a second trimester abortion. You know what tri means? That means 3. She also had a choice to have a late-term abortion, and most of y'all know that that's controversial because in a lot of states, it varies how late you can actually have the abortion. Condoms, thank you. Tubes tied, thank you. Why don't men carry those pills around? Well, you could look at some examples, Pamela, and say, well, DJ Just J does. I ain't got no more kids. I haven't had a kid in going on 13 years now. So I'm just saying, if we're going to look for some examples, all we really have to do is just look at the responsible examples and say, those are the men that are being responsible. There is a ton of dudes, but you got to remember, I've already told you guys that black men, let's just say black men aren't responsible. I'm asking for black men to step up and be responsible. But right now, in 2020, they're not. Stop having unprotected sex with black men. Anybody want to get mad about that? There's your fucking solution. I see people are donating. I hear it. I'm going to read those. Every time it vibrates, I hear it. I love that sound. Thank you guys for doing that. Thank y'all for showing some support. I agree with you. When you date thugs, you date death. Is that not my mantra? Is that not my hashtag? I created that. When you date thugs, you date death. I agree with you, ladies. Niggas ain't shit. So stop having unprotected sex. Or you could just abstain from sex, period. I agree with you. They ain't shit. I'm just saying. If you know that the stove is hot, and I've told you that the stove is hot, don't put your hand on the stove. That's fair. That covers the woman's side and the man's side. Very simple. There's also a thing that I wasn't familiar with. A partial birth abortion. I don't even want to talk about that. I don't even know what the hell that is. Now, she also had a choice with the safe haven law to drop the kids off at a fire station or police station, no questions asked. Lastly, she chose to kill her children in that manner that is most likely going to send her to jail for life. How many choices is enough? And I think that's a great question. How many choices is enough? How many more choices did she need? Did she need more options than what she had on the table? Could be, but you guys got to let me know. What are more options that she needed? What are some options that she needed that she didn't have at her disposal? Let's move on. So I want for the people. So go ahead for all the people that feel so bad for the mom that watch this on the replay. I want you guys to fill up my comment section telling me how the mother was a victim in this situation, telling me that I don't know what she was going through, and maybe she was raped as a little child. Maybe she had an abusive boyfriend thug or whatever. Fill up my comment section. I know that some people are going to blame this whole story on me. Yes, they're going to say it's my fault. Somehow this is going to be my fault for talking about it. They're going to tell me that I hate myself, I'm a self-hater, I'm a tap dancer, I lick boots and all of this stuff. And my race for asking us to be better citizens and parents. It's a sad day that we live in. So go ahead and show you guys the news videos that were out there and let's see what happened. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107.
Thank you for joining us. I'm Emily Pritchard. A St. Louis County mother is in jail tonight for the deaths of her newborn twins. 25-year-old Maya Caston is charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of child abuse. Police say she gave birth last week to twins, a boy and a girl. The babies were found dead at a home on Roundtree Drive near Lewis and Clark Boulevard in North St. Louis County. Police say after the babies were born alive, Caston covered their mouths and noses with blankets and towels and failed to seek medical attention. Both infants died. Caston is jailed on a $500,000 bond.
Well, that 25-year-old woman is now charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of abuse or neglect of a child. Now, people living in that neighborhood for decades say it is very rare that they hear of tragedies like this happening in their neighborhood.
Oh, it's a very quiet neighborhood, family neighborhood.
Feelings of shock in this North County neighborhood after learning a set of twins died in a home on their street. Many in Park Mountain Estates say they don't hear about much negative news here at all.
Never. I mean, once since I've been here, and I've been here over 30 years.
St. Louis County prosecutors brought 2 charges of second-degree murder and 2 charges of abuse or neglect of a child against 25-year-old Maya Caston.
I got so many telephone calls. What's happening on Roundtree?
When police arrived at the home in the 2100 block of Roundtree, Caston allegedly told them she birthed a boy and girl at home unexpectedly, and they were stillborn. Then, a devastating discovery during the investigation.
I just feel sorry for everybody on the block, you know, because we're all getting calls about what happened, what happened.
Police say the infants were born alive between the 6th and the 8th of this month, and Caston covered their mouths and noses with a blanket and hid them in the home.
Upsetting, kind of traumatized because it's not the kind of news that we usually get in this neighborhood.
Let me take a pause for the cause and read this real quick. Anytime you guys send a super chat in, I will absolutely read it for sure, especially for Mom's Fur Babies. You already know. She said, whoever wants to blame you for anything, please tell them that Mom's Fur Babies said go somewhere and kick rocks and leave you alone. Y'all better not make Mom's Fur Babies mad if y'all watch this on the replay. I'm telling you right now. But yeah, shout out to you. Thank you for that message and for the very, very kind super chat. I really appreciate that. I missed somebody's super chat earlier. Whoever that was that sent that, thank you to you. I apologize. I totally did not mean to skip that. I'm so sorry. You know who you are if you sent that super chat. Sorry about that. But I'll read it here in a little bit.
Right now, Caston is in custody at the St. Louis County Justice Center. Her bond is set at $500,000. Reporting in North County, Blair Leday, Fox 2 News.
Got a couple more videos real quick.
A Missouri mother who said her infant twins were stillborn has been charged with killing them. The St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office says 25-year-old Maya Caston faces 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of child abuse. Authorities say she gave birth to the twins, a boy and a girl, and then covered their mouths and noses with a towel. She reported their births on Wednesday. Officials have said the children had been carried to full term and neither was in fact stillborn.
Okay, let's talk about this. said, Leroy said, Castle Point in St. Louis County is the home of Section 8 for St. Louis. So that means that this is an area that actually has a lot of support, especially for these mothers that are single parents. I don't understand this.
St. Louis County Police are releasing new information about the case of newborn twins found dead earlier this week at a home on Roundtree Drive near Lewis and Clark Boulevard in North.
For the people that are just now tuning in, you can literally listen in like right now to this video going forward, and this will kind of catch you up. If you people are just coming in, click that thumbs up. If you're just coming in, if you listen from this point on, you'll kind of be able to be caught up with what happened in this story. So here we go. You're here right on time, so listen up.
St. Louis County Police are releasing new information about the case of newborn twins found dead earlier this week at a home on Roundtree Drive near Lewis and Clark Boulevard in North St. Louis County. Police say the mother originally told them she went into labor unexpectedly and the infants were stillborn. Police now say the babies were born alive and later died. The 25-year-old mother has been taken into custody, but no charges have been filed at this point.
A St. Louis County mom faces murder charges after the death of her newborn twins. And we've heard from so many of you about this story. Sarah Maki talked with workers from one agency that would have helped her.
Police initially came to this neighborhood on Wednesday for a call about a sick case, but the more that they looked into this, they realized they needed to reclassify it as a suspicious death investigation.
Maya Caston told police she unexpectedly went into labor earlier this month with a boy and a girl, both stillborn. But the police probable cause statement says the twins were...
Okay, for the person that asked, how did the police find out? Because she had... This is so hard to talk about. Y'all have to remember, it was at least 2 days that those children were dead, depending on when they were actually, depending on when the mom gave birth. And then she called the police 2 days after the kids were already dead. That's how that happened. I know that sounds crazy as hell, but that's how they found out.
To reclassify it as a suspicious death investigation.
Maya Caston told police she unexpectedly went into labor earlier this month with a boy and a girl, both stillborn. But the police probable cause statement says the twins were full term, and instead Caston ended their lives when she covered their mouths and noses with a blanket, concealed them, and failed to seek medical attention.
So to think that something like this could have been prevented with one phone call, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking.
Jane Beckman works at St. Louis Crisis Nursery and says their 24-hour hotline supports parents going through any number of issues, whether they face financial hardship, domestic abuse, homelessness, or postpartum depression.
365 days a year, we'll pick up the phone and just talk, whether parents just need to talk, get something off their chest, or if you really do need that help, we're here for you.
The 5 area crisis nurseries stay busy. They've got a handful of toddlers for the evening, screening a Toy Story film as 5 more siblings come to stay the night. In total, this organization serves about 5,000 kids every year.
The main thing for me is I love the nursery. I know the nursery. I love the nursery.
Caston now does face multiple charges, including 2 counts of second-degree murder. She's being held on $500,000, all cash, no 10% bond.
So y'all heard that. There's a place that would have helped her if she just would have called. And just so you guys know, every place in the United States of America, there is a national child abuse hotline. There are hotlines that you guys can call if you need help. Even if you're just thinking, if you just think it, reach out and ask, Google search something and call it. Everybody's got a smartphone nowadays. You can get a smartphone for $25 nowadays. They're really, really cheap. Free internet and Wi-Fi all over the place. Please reach out if you need help, even if you got to reach out to me.
In St. Louis County, Sarah Maki, 5 on your side.
I'll always do my best to try to point you in the right direction. There are people in the chat that can attest that they've had phone conversations with me when they were struggling with some things emotionally. I'll talk to them, especially if you sign up for the memberships. If you sign up for that top tier package, then it actually does come with some benefits. So just think about that.
If you think you need help, call 314-486-3201 anytime, 365, 24 hours a day.
Let's rewind that. Let's hear it again.
If you think you need help,
Call 314-486-3201 anytime, 365, 24 hours a day. The organization will even send transportation to get you safely to their locations.
If you just call the number, they will come get you. Is that not enough options? Damn. You got food, you got health, you've got these people that say just call us, we'll come give you a ride. You've got car vouchers, you've got safe havens. How many more options do you need and still screw up? Thank you, Teddy. Teddy put the phone number in there. I don't understand, man. Let's move on. We got one more video.
Well, that 25-year-old woman is now charged with 2 counts of second-degree murder and 2 counts of abuse or neglect of a child. Now, people living in that neighborhood for decades say it is very rare that they hear of tragedies like this happening in their neighborhood.
Oh, it's a very quiet neighborhood, family neighborhood.
Feelings of shock in this North County neighborhood after learning a set of twins died in a home on their street. Many in Park Mountain Estates say they don't hear about much negative news here at all.
Never. I mean, once since I've been here, and I've been here over 30 years.
St. Louis County prosecutors brought 2 charges of second-degree murder and 2 charges of abuse or neglect of a child against 25-year-old Maya Caston.
I got so many telephone calls. What's happening on Roundtree?
When police arrived at the home in the 2100 block of Roundtree, Caston allegedly told them she birthed a boy and girl at home unexpectedly, and they were stillborn. Then, a devastating discovery during the investigation.
I just feel sorry for everybody on the block, you know, because we're all getting calls about what happened.
Police say the infants were born alive between the 6th and the 8th of this month, and Caston covered their mouths and noses with a blanket and hid them in the home.
Upsetting, kind of traumatized because it's not the kind of news that we usually get in this neighborhood.
Right now, Caston is in custody at the St. Louis County Justice Center. Her bond is set at $500,000. Reporting in North County, Blair Leday, Fox 2 News.
Real quick recap. First and foremost, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me get this video off the screen so you guys can go back to looking at her selfie photos. Let's talk about this again. We don't even have the biological father speaking out. I don't know if there's a reason for that. Maybe she don't even... Did you guys even think about this? Okay, I'm going to tell you guys a statistic that might scare you that maybe y'all didn't know about. In the state of Georgia, and I believe it's Atlanta specifically, but correct me if I'm wrong. I think Tommy has put this statistic out there that when a woman goes, in general, goes to get tested to find out if a child is biologically a man's, the first time, 50% of them are not the father. 1 out of every 2 are not the biological father. So what exactly does that mean when we hear a statistic like that? Because statistics do matter. What that means is that in a woman's 14-day gestation period to get pregnant, that means you have no idea who physically came inside your body, meaning you had more than one man that you were sleeping with unprotected in a 14-day span when it is your soil that people are trying to plant seeds in. I'm just asking for anybody that owns land. Maybe I'm just stupid, but it seems that you would have to get permission from a landowner before you can just start planting crops in that person's yard, on their land. Last time I checked, I can't just walk in your house. You that's watching me right now, I can't just walk in your house. Guess what I have to do? Knock on the door, ring the doorbell, call you, text you. Hey, can I come by? Can I come in your house? I can't come in your house if you do not allow me in your house. Therefore, the responsibility is on the homeowner, the landowner. Right? It is considered a freaking crime if I don't have your permission. That puts the responsibility solely at your feet as a woman, as a mother. And I want you guys to understand, it's not me getting on the women. It's a beautiful thing that women have all of these innate gifts, these things to be able to give life and truly be responsible parents and mothers and be the life givers and be these queens that you want to be held up to high standards and people to call you. If you want to be held in high esteem, you have to live in such a manner, right? Lastly, no boyfriend, no baby shower, no family. All of those are red flags. There was nobody there to celebrate these twins at all. I want to know if she was living by herself or was she living with somebody else, because if she was living with somebody else, they got to also be questioned. They maybe not held accountable, maybe not arrested, but somebody should be questioning them. There should have been more people anticipating these children's birth. Even if this woman is a terrible person, even terrible people have friends. I'm surprised she didn't have no female friends that asked about her, looked about her, called her, texted her in 2 days after giving birth. In 48 whole hours, nobody called her, texted her, came by, nothing. Knowing that she was close because she was full term. Any woman would know. Women just know. I believe that women are good people. This is something they would just off top know. So if more people were concerned like they should have been, it would have prevented these two twins that are unnamed, unknown. We don't even know at the time that they were born, nor the time that they really truly died. And that to me is a sad situation that we can't really put this to rest like we should be able to. We can't, what do we even call them? We can't even call these kids a name. One of the most important things that you can ever have in this life is your name. They don't even have a name. I don't even know what to call them. Right? I blame her family side for not being on top of this. She's got some crappy friends for them not being on alert. Somebody should have been aware of her status and been checking on her. There were a lot of missed opportunities. The fact that there was no father available, to me, is, I think, the most egregious thing of all. Even if they weren't together, somebody should have been speaking out on social media. Somebody should have known something. Even at this point, he should step up and just say, hey, this is what happened. She's already going to go to jail for a lot of years. The least you could do is at least tell us what the story is for these kids. They cannot speak for themselves. They cannot defend themselves, and they depend on us, not only for us to give them names, to give them birth, to give them life, but for everything that these little twins could have had. This mother and her entire family, especially the biological father, everybody failed her. Everybody is to blame in this situation on her family. It's a sad thing, and I wish I could give an RIP to the twins. I don't know what to call them, but my condolences to those baby twins. God knows your soul. God knows who you are. And from my heart to yours, I wish those twins a very sincere condolence. They deserved a chance. They deserved to live, and they deserved to be with somebody. She could have gave them up to a safe haven. Somebody that were in a capable position could have taken those twins and said, hey, we're going to love them. We're going to give them a chance. There's a lot of good people in my chat, but there's a lot of good people out there in the world that would have given these twins an opportunity to be able to speak for themselves and to be able to grow up and just be something great. I would have loved to have seen that. I hope that they throw the book at her, and I don't think we really missed anything else. Let me check these screenshots that I took and make sure that I'm not missing something that I want to bring up. To the people that were asking, there was not a GoFundMe. Thank goodness there was no GoFundMe. Okay? But I want to point something out in at least one of these photos. Let me make sure it's just one. Yep. I'm going to show you two of them. Let's look at this before we close out. because you guys could not see this on the screen because I didn't make it very big. This is her Facebook page. Notice it says, always love yourself if no one else do. Now, she wrote that very, very incorrectly, but nonetheless, we get what you're trying to say. Always love yourself if no one else do. But you see how she treated children that came out of her own body, that she carried to full term. Didn't even care about them. Again, she posted, always love myself. Don't let yourself feel weak and used. To me, the loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. The person that's always saying, be strong and this and that, usually is the weakest person in the room. There was somebody that knew what was going on with her and knew that she had some struggles. And I think that if you're in those situations, if you know somebody like that, even if you're wrong, call and ask for help. If you're not sure, I'd rather you be making the call and be wrong rather than don't make the call and we end up with dead babies on our hands, okay? From my heart to yours, thank you guys so much for listening with an open mind and an open heart. Thank everybody in the chat. Thank everybody that clicked the thumbs up. This is your boy DJ Just Jay. We're the AFC, and what that means is that we advocate for children first. I love you guys, and y'all have a great night, and we will see you on the very next stream, okay? Peace.
Hey there, listeners. Are you looking for authentic design from brands like Louis Vuitton, Prada, Coach, Gucci, Michael Kors, and so much more at a price that you can actually afford? Well, let me introduce you to Nora's Authentic Designer handbags, shoes, and accessories, where we have designs to meet all of your needs. All items are 100% authentic, brand new, and being sold at prices you don't want to miss out on. Find us on Tradesy.com, at Nora's 915, or email us at norasauthenticdesign@gmail.com. Hey there, listeners. Are you looking for authentic design from brands like Louis Vuitton, Prada, Coach, Gucci, Michael Kors, and so much more at a price that you can actually afford? Well, let me introduce you to Nora's Authentic Designer handbags, shoes, and accessories, where we have designs to meet all of your needs. All items are 100% authentic, brand new, and being sold at prices you don't want to miss out on. Find us today on Tradesy.com at Nora's 915 or email us at norasauthenticdesign@gmail.com.
Please make sure y'all check out that website. It is a dope website. Check out the deals that are on there. Again, Mom's Fur Babies, if you're listening, she sent in a very, very healthy, very nice donation, and I really, really appreciate that. And she does it on a regular basis. I always hope that more people will be able to find it in their budget to be able to support what we do here and what we stand up for. Send it through every once in a while, or you could even sign up for the Patreon and just do it one time a month. The links are all in the description box. But for the people that, I know there's a lot of people that generally will try to send it through the super chat, but they take like 30% of that. And that's just money just going just to a $1 billion company, pretty much like Google. So I would prefer not to give them 30% when I could get 100% of it if you just send it directly to me. I just thought I'd throw it out there. But let me read these real quick. And said you want to be friends on Venmo. Okay, cool. Yes, I do have a Venmo account. Okay. I got a Venmo. Okay, so let me read that. First and foremost, to Diamond Q, who donated Wednesday, said, love what you do and love what you stand for, bro. Also, your DJ skills are amazing. Thank you very much to Diamond Q or Enrique. I'm not going to give out your entire name, but thank you very much. So I got your Venmo. Dahlia, I'm not going to read your entire name, said, stop kids from fighting and bullying, educate. Thank you very much for your Venmo. I did get your donation. We got a couple more here. One from we got a couple from Super Chat. So thank Mom's Fur Babies for that. And one other person, I can't remember who it was. Jimmy D said, thank you for another great show. Thank you, Jimmy D. To, wait. Got a couple more. I'm going to read Mom's Fur Babies message again because I thought it was a really, really dope message, if you guys do not mind. Let me see. Did anybody else donate while we were offline? Okay. The world would be so much better if more men and women respected the life of a helpless child as the AFC does. as long as I know you are advocating for the helpless babies, I will always have your back as long as I breathe. I love you, and I love AFC, which is the Advocates for Children. We are the AFC. Thank you so much, Moms Fur Babies. I truly appreciate that. And they sent me 100% of what you donated, which is even cooler. So thank you very much. To Joan said, keep up the good work. Hashtag AFC all day. Thank you very much. Sending a very nice donation of 15. And we got 10 coming in. Let me make sure I can say your name, from Night Rider. I remember to check. Said, great stories, great awareness. So thank you. Sent in a very nice 10 from Night Rider. If you were in the chat, thank you so very much. I hope I covered everything. Make sure you guys check out the Patreon. It's one time a month. Very easy. We have a goal on there. We're trying to get 50 people, but people kind of come and go on there. It's understandable, it happens, but we want to try to get a consistent 50 people there, and let's try to get more channel members. I love you guys, man, and I will talk to you guys at a later time. Uh-oh, did I start the music? I did not start the music.
This a love shot tray for you, baby.
It's just Jay, and I'm back again. I'm from the north side where we get it in. You know it's Love Shack on the track again. Relax yourself, dog, please settle down. Relax yourself, dog, please settle down. Okay, let me take a pause real quick. Who said that? Says, shame on you. Her looks have nothing to do with the loss of these lives. She would have been pretty. Would it matter? Hell no. Check yourself and heart. Pray for families. Ronnie, I feel you, but I have no mercy on baby killers, Ronnie. Ask my chat. I don't care who it is. Men, women, ugly, big, fat, skinny. Everybody gets it on my... Tell them, LaShondra. Tell them, Set Zebra. Miss June Bennett can tell you. Dom Morton can tell you. I give the business to everybody. Anybody who abuses children, hurts children, kills children, I give everybody the business. I don't discriminate. I give it to everybody. So screw that. If they ugly, they ugly. All killers are ugly. Fuck that. Y'all have a good night. I love you guys. Relax yourself, dog. Please settle down. 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 My sense of pride got me paranoid. Make it hard to trust, can never fill the void. Kinda like a loner, don't need to have friends. Who can you really trust? Not even best friends. Spin your ends, they pretend, feel what I'm saying. Images portraying, deceit is amazing. Peep the metaphor, I'm kicking knowledge, homie. Elevate your mind, religious testimony. I never was a phony, always kept it real. Oklahoma City, that's where I hang and chill. Always on my grind, barely ever sleep. Sacrifice to get it, family gotta eat. Pardon my position, I'm just on a mission. All my wildest dreams came into fruition. Getting to the money, play the game for keeps. Even in the cold, always got the heat. Just Jay and I'm back again.
Just another day to sit back and parlay with all of the homies. Just another day, you having your fun with all of the love. Just another day. Hit you with the vibe. Hit you with the vibe. Check.
Make 'em clap, make 'em clap. They can do it like that. Make 'em clap, make 'em clap. You can do it like that. Make 'em clap, make 'em clap. They can do it like that. Make 'em clap.
Real quick, if Michelle G is listening, I did get your donation in, so thank you very much. If you're still listening, you might have already tuned out, but I want to shout you out, and I did just get it in on PayPal, so thank you very much. Let me see, did you leave a... Nope, just a donation, not a message. So thank you very much, Michelle, if you're listening. Appreciate that.
You can do it like that. Fresh up out of school, finally made it home. There's no homework today. Daddy, where's my phone? Check my Instagram, then my Snapchat. Watching all the stories while I eat my Apple Jacks. Go to YouTube, then I hear this beat. It made me bob my head, clap my hands and stop my feet. I think I like this, so here's your chance. Turn on the cameras and do the Kira dance. First I slide, then on my head like, ay, slide. Then on my head like, ay,
What is that?
I'm not sure. It's pretty ugly though. It's very, very ugly.
Yeah, that's very, very
Daddy,
ugly.
we get that. That is very, very ugly. We picture that way more cooler in our heads.
Okay, who wants Denny's?
Me!
Alright, let's go.
I gotta go get my shoes.
Oh, this is yours, this is yours, this is yours. This is your word. Don't you say a word to me. You don't really mean it, baby, no. How could you be so cruel, boy? You're breaking all my rules, and I will allow you to. Now, what's really wrong with me, dude? How can we go from straight loving, and then we go to cussing? I really don't understand nothing. Right now I'm really suffering. One minute you tell me you hate me, next minute you tell me you made me. Right now you really acting shady. Next thing you know I'm acting crazy. Yeah. Say I'm overreacting when you showing your accent. You could care less for when you should be asking. Oh no, you should be asking. Oh no, these are your words. Words to words. Don't act like you care when you don't. These are your words. I need some understanding. You just can't hold my hand and you can't be my man then. I need some understanding. I do. I need some understanding. I do. You tell me that I'm hella wheels, boy, but right now I'm not the real boy. Jesus, take the wheel, boy, cause right now you're gonna kneel, boy. Jesus, take the wheel, boy. Can't take no more of you. Been wishing and thinking that everything that you've been doing been really cool, boy. Say I'm overreacting when you're showing your accent. You could care less, boy, when you should be asking. Oh no, oh no, oh no. You should be asking. Oh no, oh no, these are your words. These are your words. Don't act like you care when you don't. These are your words. Never have I been treated like that. That's facts, facts. Boy, you know I hate when you get mad. That's facts, facts. I fight in my own war and that's facts. That's facts, facts. I feel like I'm doing time cause loving you is my crime. Now pour my pain with this my little wine. That's facts, facts. Right now I'm thinking things in my own mind. That's facts, facts. This time, boy, you done really crossed the line. That's facts, facts. I think it's time for me to grab my stuff. I got to roll. Say I'm overreacting when you're showing your accent. You could care less for when you should be asking. Oh no, oh no, oh no. You should be asking. Oh no, oh no, oh no. These are your words. These are your words. These are your words. Don't act like you care when you don't. These are your words. Your words, your words, your words, your words.
The time we spent on this relationship don't mean much, so I'ma take my time to get my green up. Crazy in love like nothing else matters, but I don't give a fuck cause there's a bitch that's better. You don't really care about the time we spend building love, so I don't really care about the way that you giving up. But why we always talk about the past, but you're the current one I have, and you the only one can push my buttons, but you push them and think nothing of it. Got me thinking, am I dreaming? Going through my phone while I'm sleeping. I know your mama didn't teach you this. Your mama know I'm trying to get us rich. I know your mama never called your daddy bitch. Trip. Girl, you crazy. You say you in love, what? Your love is lazy. Love you taking too much credit. Love, I need to make a debit. Cause I don't care. Girl, don't you ever get too complacent with your space. I got options. I got options. I got options. Girl, don't you ever get too complacent with your space. I got options. I got options. I got options. Yo, girls, all around the world. And I'm all around the world. Get it? Glass slipper couldn't fit it. You getting too comfortable, boo, you slipping. You think I ain't got options like Christmas stockings? You tripping. Asian women, Latin women, Puerto Rican, Dominican. And I'm not trying to throw this in your face or let them take your place, but love is not content or something that you give up on like racist. Put that peace pipe in your life and we exchanging fuck faces, and then you turn into that type that start to get kind of complacent. It's kind of mental what you do to me, and I know you've been so true to me, but I'm done with all that foolery. You and me can go together like peas in a pot. I be your J, you be my B, we make it pop, or I can put all of your things in the box. And if I don't see no change, spread your wings, kick rocks. Yo, girl, don't you ever get too complacent with your space. I got options. I got options. I got options. Girl, don't you ever.
It's a love shot track.
I'ma make a stack and get another one. Had a broke man, never get another one. You like my last shit? Here's another one. One of a kind, yeah, there'll never be another one. Broke ass bitch, I could never be that. Yeah, you got a little money, I don't even need that. All I need is a man that'll match my grind. I grind, he grind, then we both gon' shine. Jazzy, you the type of bitch that'll fuck for a bag. Nah, I'm the type of bitch that'll roll up in a jag. Pull up with the work, tight mini skirt. Get the money from him, then I bitch ski skirt. I ain't got time, I got moves to make. I got money to get, I got rules to break. There's a whole lot of money and I'm trying to get to it. Wanna get it like me? Let me show you how I do it. Hold up. I'ma make a stack and get another one. Had a broke man, never get another one. You like my last shit? Here's another one. One of a kind, yeah, there'll never be another one. All my ladies stack your money like this. Keep it up, don't stop, don't miss. All my ladies stack your money like this. Keep it up, don't stop, don't miss. All my ladies stack your money like this. Keep it up, don't stop, don't miss. All my ladies stack your money like this. Keep it up, don't stop, don't miss. I ain't a jazzy hoe, but I'm jazzy though. Got a whole lot of sauce with a jazzy flow. When they say who got it lit, they better name me. If it ain't about the money, then it ain't me. I'm in a VIP with a bottle to sip. Wanna be like me, bitch, follow the drip. We gon' party in the club till the lights on. Let everybody see me with my ice on. Yeah, Jay Nice, hold it down for the team. Love Shack and we clown for the cream. Neck wrist with my earlobes froze up. It's hella deep in the club, I got my O's up, bitch. I'ma make a stack and get another one. Had a broke man, never get another one. You like my last shit? Here's another one. One of a kind, yeah, there'll never be another one. All my